Donald Trump is the President of America. Let me repeat that for you. Donald Trump is the President of the United States of America. And after the 2016 presidential election, the country is thoroughly divided between Donald Trump supporters and social justice warriors. With riots on the streets and hashtag NotMyPresident, I like to see myself as more of an optimist as we count down the top 10 facts about Donald Trump you probably didn't know. Before this video starts, I want to let all of you know that we're doing an iPhone 7 giveaway. To enter, you need to subscribe to all of the Nationic channels, and the links to them will be down in the description below. And check out our social media, and don't forget to follow us on there. The giveaway link will be in the description, and you can click that and see what you need to do to enter. But the best way to get points and to have the most likely chance of winning is to refer your friends and give them your code for the giveaway so that they can give you some extra points while they're also getting a huge chance to win. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. Number 10. He is a WWE Hall of Famer. Now, although Donald Trump may be a warrior as a presidential candidate, he also may be a warrior in the WWE ring. In 2007, at WrestleMania 23 in Detroit, Michigan, Donald Trump and Vince McMahon went against each other in the Battle of the Billionaires. Donald Trump picked a wrestler, Vince McMahon picked a wrestler, and they squared off, where the loser would get their head shaved by the winner. Now, of course, Donald Trump is not going to allow his fruitful, beautiful, flowing locks to get cut, so he did end up winning and got to shave the head of Vince McMahon. Number 9. He was in military school. Now, as you can probably tell, Trump was a troubled child. In his teenage years, when he was in middle school, he would start speaking out against the establishment and turn into the man that he eventually would grow up to be. And thus, it brought his parents to the conclusion that he would be best suited for military school. He went to a military academy in New York and since has come out much more calm, reliable, and presidential, let's say. Number 8. His net worth. Over the years, Donald Trump's net worth, try saying that 10 times, has ranged between about 3 billion and 10 billion, depending on who you listen to. And he has said in recent interviews, it depends on what his emotions are at the current time to how much he is worth. But Forbes, the most reliable outlet for net worth, has put him at about 3.7 billion, just under 4 billion, which is somewhat what a lot of the media outlets also believe. But he inherited so much money from his father that he probably could have taken it, put it in a savings fund, and had as much interest as he wanted. And the fact that Donald Trump now is taking a pay cut as president from what he'd usually be earning is quite astounding. Number 7. Trump is straight edge. Now, there's nothing funny about this one. Trump's brother actually passed away because of alcoholism, and Trump since has vowed never to touch alcohol in his life. Straight edge is the pop culture genre of people who abstain from alcohol and non-prescribed recreational drugs. Even though Trump abstains from alcohol, he did launch a brand of Trump vodka, which obviously failed. It just goes to show that he will do anything to make money, no matter the consequences. Number 6. His Twitter. Now, if you've been listening to Obama, you know that it's quite hilarious that Trump got his Twitter taken off him for the outlandish comments he was saying on the campaign trail. But even so, he is currently the 95th most followed person in the world. Nowadays, with Twitter being the measuring for how famous you are and how much you matter to the world, it's quite funny that Donald Trump is currently in the top 100 most famous people. Before he got his Twitter confiscated, he was looking at tweeting 300 to 400 tweets in a month and looking at around 12 a day. Currently standing at almost 15 million followers, he has more Twitter followers than Beyonce. Beyonce. Number 5. Trump Tower immigrant scandal. You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. Illegal immigrants built the Trump Tower. Now, when these towers were being built, these workers would often spend between 10 and 12 hours a day working for $4 or $5 an hour. He hired 200 Polish illegal immigrants to work for him, and it was because they were illegal immigrants, they wouldn't be paying taxes or declaring their money, so he could pay them a lot less than they were worth. But when the workers asked for the money that they were rightly owed, he denied them, threatened to deport them, and denied any involvement with them working for him. And sometimes it's easier to see how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Number 4, he is pro-LGBT. Now, there's been a lot of hype in the media. Is he going to attack Mexican people? Is he going to attack LGBT people? Is he going to be attacking African American people? Now, a lot of this is still up in the air as what he will be doing with Islamic terrorists and Islamic people in general, but one thing we know is that he is pro-LGBT. On the campaign trail at a Republican Party rally, he was saying how he was so pro-LGBT. The crowd cheered him, and he said he was very happy that he was able to be in a Republican Party rally that would be so pro-LGBT, looking at the history of the Republican Party and how they used to be very anti-LGBT. Number 3. The Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, Donald Trump was actually a celebrity entrepreneur for about 30 years before he even started up his own TV show, The Apprentice. Often when he would appear on these shows, he would pay himself $375,000 per episode. And if you're looking at each series at about 15 episodes, that is a lot of money. He was given the 2,327th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Try saying that one twice. And he was given it for his contribution to the entertainment industry because of The Celebrity Apprentice. The Apprentice is still a popular show today in the UK, running at its 12th series, while the normal Apprentice, the US one, stopped in 2010. And he has since said that every single woman that ever appeared on The Apprentice has tried to flirt with him, because we all know every single woman wants a piece of the Donald. Number 2. His residencies. Now, we all know how much of an astute businessman Trump was and still is, but did you know by the age of 27, he had already owned 14,000 apartments? He started off with the small loan of $1 million that his father gave him and started up the Trump Management Corporation. He took this company and built it up into his own empire, and by 1973, he'd almost taken over New York. And to this day, the amount of properties in New York that is still owned by Trump is astounding. And number 1, he has filed for bankruptcy 4 times. You may ask me, Dylan, how does Trump still have $4 billion in the bank when he has filed for bankruptcy 4 times? It's because Donald Trump didn't personally file for bankruptcy. It's just 4 times that his businesses filed for bankruptcy. Now, as a businessman, Trump used to have multiple businesses and he invested in a lot of different areas. If these businesses would fail, he would take his personal money out, he would let it go bankrupt, and he'd move on to the next project. In 1991, the Trump Taj Mahal went bankrupt, while only a year later, the Trump Plaza followed suit. Now, in 1995, he decided to bring back the hotel and casino resorts, but they only lasted 9 years before going bankrupt again. Finally, he came back with Trump Entertainment, but during the 2009 recession, he had to go bankrupt and the businesses crumbled. But he still managed to keep all $4 billion he has to this day. So what did you think about our list? Is there any Donald Trump facts that you already know or that you thought you might know during this video but you haven't found out about? Let us know in the comment section below. Tell us one Donald Trump fact that you personally know. And tell us what you want to see for our next video. We take suggestions. But without further ado, guys, please like the video. It helps us out a lot. And we will see you next time.